Hey guys, welcome back. Building Big with City Skylines, episode 20. I'm Enigmas, and today we're changing things up a little bit. If you want a detailed, itemized list of what I'm changing with regards to the series, you can read it in the information section below the video, rather than me just explaining it here very simply. Videos are going to be shorter and more concentrated in terms of what we're covering, less time spent dorking around with roads and finicky things like that, so that it doesn't take so much time to see what's going on in my city. You can see the main concepts unfolding and nobody feels like they're being left out. As a result, if you have any questions about something I've done, you notice something that's different from the previous episode and I didn't touch on it, feel free to ask in the comments section and I'll do my best to answer your question, provided your YouTube settings allow me to respond to what you're asking. Now, the main thing that we've done since the last episode is fixed, largely, not completely, but largely, our traffic problem. This is in large part due to viewers' comments, leaving ideas, able to piece together the problem. And the biggest thing that was kind of an issue for me was I never thought of our train depot as a destination for traffic coming from outside our city. Never even crossed my mind that people would be coming along the highway and then coming here to use our train depot and then coming back around using the industrial area and leaving. That would be the traffic flow. It makes sense from a logistics point of view. If you've got an empty truck traveling over a long distance, you're not making any money. You go to one place, drop off whatever you're carrying, and then you want to pick up something as close to that place as possible on your way back so that it's making money for you on the way back. So that makes absolute sense. If they're coming in to drop off at the train depot, they're going to want to stop in, pick up something, and then leave. So what we've done, I actually made a mistake when I was saving my game the last time. I didn't save it to the normal spot, so when I loaded my normal save, everything that we did in the last episode was back to normal, like as though we'd never done it. And I was okay with that. So we don't have to bulldoze our tunnel. Instead of the tunnel now, letting people take the quick way out of the city, we've got the bypass up here that goes up and over and down and around, so that people leaving our industrial area can just bypass the traffic circle altogether. If they just want to get out of town, they can do that. It's a highway, so it's the same width as the exits, and lots of room if there is a bit of a traffic backup, so that it can back up here without blocking the road down that way. We've got this simplified bypass that comes around and does a nice job of letting traffic through, and you can see now there's still going to be some congestion in and around here, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. This tunnel is seeing a lot of good use. People coming off the traffic circle, coming down this way out the tunnel. They can go to the industrial area that way, or they can come out this way if they want to go directly to the train depot. They can do that. Much better. Much better. And the traffic circle, if you look up here, still occasionally sees a bit of congestion, but not nearly as bad as it was. I think at some point we may end up making this larger, like the wider type of road, but for now I upgraded it with the sound barrier highways so that these people were quite happy, but they're all still living basically right next to a traffic circle off a highway, so that's up for change. The end of the last episode, we were having a problem with dead people popping up all over the city. Turns out one of our cemeteries filled up, and that's why, is we need another cemetery, so we got one over here now. That completely solved the problem. And given that part of what we did in the last episode that I chose not to keep was some of the zoning around here, office and stuff like that, I came back and I zoned it, and I used the same method as I've been doing up here, where everything has the opportunity to be an... Oh, I looked down, I glanced, I heard the bings, and I knew that was coming. Now we can cremate people, which is fantastic, and we can treat the poo, which is... I don't really care. It's going in a river that nobody cares about anyways. What else? Do we get anything else? Oh, solar power plants. That's about it. Big thing is crematoriums. But apparently we need like three full cemeteries in order to unlock something that we want. So we're going to hold off on that just briefly. We'll get back to this. So my little traffic circle thing is still taking fruition. I've still left the 6-lane two-way roads passing through, but if it looks like we're getting an abnormal level of traffic density through these areas, that's when we'll start experimentally pulling these things out so that it's a proper traffic circle. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make a sort of something similar to this in the asset editor, but really spend the time to get it exactly right and we'll look at that in the next episode. Also, this was kind of neat. I discovered this. I wanted to make... I built this road along here to serve as kind of access for this stuff up here. And then I said, you know what would be neat? It's right along the river. We made a path. So I started making this concrete path, and I tried to get it right up tight to the road. But as soon as it got to this area about here, it started doing this crazy thing where it drops down the side of the cliff and puts rails on it. And I thought, wow, that's kind of neat. So with a little bit of fiddling, I managed to make this walking path down here that has the nice rails all along the river. It's kind of suspended in certain areas, or partially suspended. And people can go for their morning jog, or their run, or their walk, or they can, you know, stop by the palm trees and sell drugs and ogle women all day long. So that was kind of a nice little touch. I wasn't expecting that, but that's what we got done, and that's what we did. Now, very quickly, I'm going to touch on what I'm doing with the buses here, because I expanded the metro when we expanded this area. We need to expand it into here as well. I kind of forgot about that part. I was so excited about doing all this. What we need to do is get our bus shenanigans expanded in this area as well, and in a way that allows people to get off one bus and get on another so that they can hop connections and do whatever they need to do. So we're going to actually start right here, and we're going to go like this. Now, living in a big city myself, one of the things you learn is that buses and bus stops always stop after the intersection. That they'll go through the intersection, and that's where the bus stop will be, and then they'll go a couple blocks, and then after the intersection, that's where it'll be, and a couple stops. That way, because if they stopped right on the corner, I know these are pretty small blocks, so you can't really appreciate it, but if they stopped on the corner just before the intersection, they'd be blocking traffic trying to turn right. So they always stop after the intersection, and then by going around like so... Can I get around there? No, I don't actually have the shenanigans to go around there. I don't know if in this game it's actually going to stop and pay any attention to that kind of convention. Oh, lordy, that's loud. But we're going to go with it anyways. We're going to pretend like transit officials here are really serious about doing a good job, and they want to make sure that the buses aren't stopping traffic. It's going to be a long run up here. I'm just trying to think for future. Yeah, we'll do that, because I have a feeling when we expand in this area, this is going to be kind of a traffic circle going that way. So again, it'll be on the other side of that shenanigan. And then we're going to stop here, and then here, and here, and what do we got down? Yeah, here. When I was first putting in the bus routes for this stuff here, I didn't do a very good job of kind of paying attention to the actual loops themselves. I did put them in loops, obviously, you kind of have to, but I didn't really pay attention to which way, like which side of the road the stops were on and stuff like that. So at some point, I'll have to go around and fix that. That one's stopping before the intersection, but it's a fairly long block, so I'm okay with that. Wow, okay, that's a huge loop. Okay, let's just kind of make sure that we're not getting too crazy here. See, if we put it there, that would be right before the intersection coming this way. So people coming through here would have like a double whammy stopping traffic. We don't want that. So we're going to go like that. And like that. That guy. And realizing now, of course, that if I do go around and pull the roads out of here, we're going to have to redo this whole loop. And that's fine. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The traffic seems to be doing all right for now anyways. Sometimes it's just so easy to get so finicky. We're going to come around this way. Yeah, we'll do like that. And then like that. People can cross the street. Really? I mean, come on, people. Don't complain that you don't have to walk, you know, forever and ever to get to a bus stop when you just cross the street. And we'll come up this way. Going around in the crazy loop shenanigan fashion. It's starting to go to pieces. There, that's what we wanted. I love doing this because you click and you get a green arrow and you get green happy faces, and it's like this instant gratification for kind of low effort, really, when you get right down to it. We'll stop there. And kind of, that's far enough away from the intersection. Can we go? Why won't we go? Oh, it's confused. We're going too far. There we go. Why won't you connect? Is that a one-way road? Seriously? That's not supposed to be a one-way road. What was I thinking? If I didn't know better, I'd say all of these are one-way roads. What a load. Sometimes I just stagger myself with my complete inability to manage the simplest of tasks. I mean, come on. Here we go. And we should be getting back to the beginning fairly soon. If we can find it. Where is it? Back to the beginning. Is it all the way down here? It is. It's way the hell and gone back here. All the binging the bonging that's going on. Everybody's so happy. We're here and we want it to go here. Sure, why not? And then where's the stop? There's a stop. That's stop. Complete line. Bloody hell. I had no intention of leaving all of these as one-way roads. That's just crazy. What's going on? Look at all these buildings just popping up like crazy. Industrial and office demand is increasing, which is always nice to see. Also commercial, residential. I mean, there's so many spots zoned for residential now. It's not surprising necessarily that people aren't exactly clamoring over one another. Are we out of power? What? I noticed we're constantly cycling because the dam fluctuates. And the dam, quite frankly, this position, I thought it would be fantastic because you have this big body of water. It's not. We can't get the water level high enough for this guy to operate nearly as well as we might like it to. So we have no choice but to... oh, you know what we can look at? What about the solar power plant? There's the dam. There's the... blah, blah, blah. Where's... solar power plant? How much? 80,000. Oh, we've got tons of money for this. And it produces how much? How much? Clean solar, 160. Wow. That's bloody ridiculous. Reach a population of 19,000. It's... oh, I see. We had to wait. We got the next upgrade to city size, but we have to wait. We'll do that next episode. We will upgrade to solar power, and then we will... we'll figure out something to do either over here or finish off an area down here. Look at all the people with the full skulls again. And then we've got all this area over here, and depending on demand, we also have this industrial area that's oil and forestry that we can expand into. So, I mean, we still got tons of stuff left to do. If you want to be notified when we do that, you can always subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on social media. Links for social media always in the information section below the video. Leave your comments and feedback. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.